FY2025-2026, ending 30th September 2025. Thank you for joining us and for your continued interest in the company. We are delighted to have you with us as we take you through another quarter of progress and performance. The investor presentation and press release have already been shared with you and are available on our website. During the call today, our leadership team will walk you through the highlights of the quarter, covering our financial performance, business momentum, and strategic priorities, and will then take your questions. We have with us today Mr. Arun Jain, Chairman and Managing Director, Mr. Manish Makan, Chief Executive Officer, Intellect Wholesale Banking, Mr. Rajesh Saxena, Chief Executive Officer, Intellect Consumer Banking, Mr. Banish Prabhu, Chief Executive Officer, Intellect AI, Ms. Vasudha Subramaniam, Chief Financial Officer, and Mr. Vikas Mishra, Chief Strategy Officer. We are also joined by several senior members of the Intellect management team. Before we begin, I would like to draw your attention to the Safe Harbor statement. Certain statements made during this call may be forward-looking in nature. These involve known and unknown risks and uncertainties that may cause actual results to differ materially from those expressed or implied. These statements should be read in conjunction with the risks detailed in our filings and disclosure. With that, I would now like to invite Ms. Vasudha Subramaniam, our CFO, to take you through the financial performance of the quarter. Over to you, Vasudha.
Thank you, Nacho. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us on our Q2's earnings call. It's a pleasure to connect with all of you again and walk you through what has been another solid quarter for Intellect. A quarter that reflects not only our momentum in top line and profitability, but also the underlying strength of our platform-led strategy, business model maturity, and consistent execution. Let me begin by sharing the highlights of our second quarter and then move on to a composite view of our half-year performance. In Q2, Intellect delivered revenue of 789 crore, registering a year-on-year growth of 34%. On a sequential basis, we grew 7% over Q1. Our EBITDA for the quarter stood at 184 crore, growing 68% year-on-year. Net profit almost doubled, reaching 102 crore, a 94% year-on-year increase. Our license-linked revenue, which includes license fees, platform subscription, and annual maintenance, stood at 423 crore in Q2, up by 69% year-on-year. Our ARR, annual recurring revenue, crossed 1,080 crore mark, establishing a strong and predictable foundation for future growth. What is also noteworthy this quarter is our continued strength in collections and cash flow. Collections stood at 753 crore in Q2, up from 550 crore a year ago, reflecting a 37% increase year-on-year. Our cash and cash equivalents have risen to 927 crore compared to 755 crore in Q2 of last year, highlighting our robust working capital management and improved operational efficiencies. Now let's look at the half-year performance to understand the broader trajectory. For the first half of current year, we recorded a revenue of 1,523 crore, representing a 26% growth over the same period last year. EBITDA for half year stood at 360 crore, reflecting a 46% growth year-on-year, while PAT for H1 reached 197 crore, up 55% from 126 crore in H1 full year 25. This transformation and revenue quality is not just a numerical shift. It reflects a strategic evolution, creating value through sustained investments in product innovation, strong customer relationships, and prudent operational discipline. Let me now speak about the accelerating growth we are witnessing with our two synergistic platforms, eMACH.ai and Purple Fabric. Together, they are powering enterprise-wide transformation at scale, enabling financial institutions to embrace intelligent, composable, and open architectures that deliver measurable business outcomes. In Q2 of the current financial year, Intellect recorded 18 new deal wins, including 11 multi-million-dollar Destiny deals. These are large strategic engagements that span multiple modules and represent deep long-term partnerships with some of the world's leading banks and financial institutions. In parallel, we enabled 22 successful digital transformations this quarter, validating not only the breadth of our offerings, but also our delivery excellence. Looking at the demand side, our global deal funnel has now crossed 12,000 crore. This represents both the depth of opportunity and the strategic nature of our engagements. Leadership strength is a critical part of our ability to scale and deepen client engagements. This quarter, we announced two significant leadership appointments that strengthen our global presence and growth momentum. Vivek Gupta joined us as President and Global Head of Consulting. With over 3 decades of experience in global banking and large-scale transformation programs, Vivek will lead Intellect Consulting to help clients accelerate business value using our eMAC.ai and Purple Fabric platforms. We also welcomed Rakesh Srivatsava as President and Chief Revenue Officer for the Americas. With deep expertise across financial services and fintech, Rakesh will spearhead our growth and client relationships across US, Mexico, and South America. I'm also excited to share that we are investing in the creation of a state-of-the-art 7.25 lakh square feet facility at our Siriseri campus, which will house the Purple Fabric AI Labs, Design Thinking Centers, eMAC.ai Academy, and residential infrastructure to support our leadership development and training initiatives. This facility is not just a space. It is a strategic investment in IP creation, customer co-innovation, and the future-ready talent. In conclusion, this has been a strong quarter on all fronts: revenue, profitability, cash flow, and platform growth. We remain confident of sustained growth in the second half of the year. The opportunity landscape is expanding, the deal funnel is strong, our execution machinery is battle-tested, and our platforms are proving themselves across regions. Thank you once again for your time today and for your continued belief in Intellect. So you want to add anything, or can we open for questions?
It's a good storyboard right now. So what we are talking to the investor over the period of time that we designed 20% growth year on year, I think it's on that same traction. The important thing which we have happened was eMAC.ai was the agenda for advanced country. This half year, we have seen America is growing significantly faster than other regions. So the decision of last April and May, which we have taken a decision to move to advanced market because eMAC is fitting into the legacy modernization space, where a lot of technologies are sitting with multiple mainframes, multiple old technologies are there, where the entire investment we have done in low code, no code, Turmeric as a customer innovation platform, Purple Fabric as a next area which most usable in Americas and Canada. So this is a reflection which I mentioned during the July 2024 that we are investing in Americas, and there will be a dip in the last year, and then so to the investor, I just want to say that all the decisions which we are making is a calibrated decision. We are saying we will be investing 130 crore in Purple Fabric, the business impact AI platform. In last 3 months, I would have met more than 100 different people during the various master classes, the partners, the end customers. And what we are able to put, our R&D teams are able to put together a business impact AI platform in terms of enterprise knowledge garden, digital expert, enterprise governance, and LLM selection and optimization. And using it as API is so well received right now, which requires new investments to be made. So out of 130 crore investment, we are close to $15 million investment, which we are looking to invest this year. As of now, in this numbers which you are seeing, almost 25 crore is Purple Fabric investments, which has been taken into account. So our EBITDA margin would have been better by 3.25%. The EBITDA margin could have been better than that. So which makes it around close to about 25%, which are the guidance which earlier we were saying our margins close to 25%. So we are in range of 25% in spite of all the investments. So thank you very much for participating and trusting the company. We are here, all the management team is here to respond to the questions what we have.
Thank you, Vasudha, and thank you, Arun, for your detailed insights. We will now open the floor for questions. If you'd like to ask a question, please click on the raise hand button and we'll unmute you so everyone can hear your questions. I repeat, please click on the raise hand button and we will unmute you. Our first question comes from Rahul Jain of Dolat Capital. Rahul, you may ask your question.
Yeah, I hope I'm audible. Uh,
Yeah.
uh, First of all, congrats on very strong execution. And I have few questions on the inputs that you have just shared. So first of all, on the two hiring that we have done, and these are very interesting position. So if you could help us specifically on consulting led hiring, is it more to drive uh, said from the point of view of is it on that side of it, or is it more on the existing way of support that we provide to banks? It is on that side of it. This is for the consulting hiring. And similarly, on the other hiring, which was on the revenue officer, is it around the Purple Fabric investment and to rightfully monetize on that part of it, or it's on a much more broader revenue stream from Americans?
Okay. You've broken in between. I'm just repeating the question for you. What is the role of a consulting in our journey? What is the role of a... So that's a one question you ask. And second question is the growth in North America is Purple Fabric or otherwise? Uh, the first
Yeah,
question
just
is,
sorry to interrupt, but just to clarify, this was more specific to the two hiring that we announced. So I'm saying ki, what is the role of these two gentlemen from a consulting reach point of view, and from revenue for the chief revenue officer, will it be pertaining to Purple Fabric or overall America's revenue? Thank you.
that's right. These two hirings, consulting is a question we are moving to business impact transformation space. With EMAC, we are looking at it. We can measure the impact by reducing the cycle time, reducing of implementation, reducing the operation cost, and creating the business impact in terms of revenue generation. So consulting wing will be helpful for improving our pricing, improving our business impact communication, expanding the EMAC across the organization. When we are implementing one product, can we do three products in the same client? So it will use cross-sell. So that's the role Vivek Gupta will be playing. The role Rakesh Srivastava will be playing as a country head of our US. So he will be looking after the full interest of the Intellect for US.
Understood.
Okay.
Understood. Uh, and the 25 crore investment that you talked about, was it pertaining to H1 data or only Q2 thing?
Only Q2 things. H1 was, first quarter was 10 crore, which you mentioned in the last call. 15 crore incremental has gone in this quarter. So 15 crore incremental each quarter, we are targeting to make it 130 crore.
Right. And in terms of payback on this investment or early sign of monetization, have we identified any timeline by when we could see those this uh, proof of concept converting into meaningful revenue for us?
Not yet. I think the opportunity size is so big that we don't want to monitor ROI on this. Yeah. It's a minimum we need to do.
Right. So I appreciate that this kind of a product and opportunity would require a meaningful investment and a much back-ended kind of a thing in terms of the ROI. But the first meaningful revenue should be coming in FY27, or it could start this year as well.
We mentioned 200 crore in Purple Fabric. Last quarter will come this year. So we are in line with that.
Okay. And these are right now maybe in the pipeline stage, but can get into revenue pretty fast.
The Purple Fabric in US is working from last few years, which insurance business is working on Purple Fabric, underwriting space. So those revenues are already pipeline space in Purple Fabric.
Right. So you are saying that those exponent and risk analyst
Yeah.
opportunities very much in there, but the lending side of opportunities are yet to come into our revenues.
Yeah, there are many things are there. I think Purple Fabric strategy we have shared with you in separate session. I think just go back to it as a platform, as a lending, as a GRC, as a ESG. There's a multiple ways of monetization of Purple Fabric with the partners is a other role. So we are not sharing all the strategy element in this conference call because it's private to us. So, but there are multiple angles to the Purple Fabric strategy.
Yeah, and I must appreciate your team because recently we saw your stall on GFF and the best collateral set of collateral that were available on any stall. I think it was Intellect Design, and there was a significant collateral kept for all your EMAC and Purple Fabric kind of an offering, which is very relevant for that kind of a forum. So kudos for that. Just lastly, from my side is on the capex side, which you just announced. So, is there any the investment and timeline that we have identified for this infrastructure spend that we just highlighted?
This is for we always do investment once in 10 years. So this is the investment for next 10 years when we are creating a capacity for next 10 years for business impact co-creation with the customer. We would like invite customers coming over there, global customer coming over there, design the solution, compose the solution themselves, contextualize it. So it has a residential facility of 100 rooms to do the customer can come there, stay there as an executive facility. So this is the whole area where AI business will be done in a collaboration with the customer. So to us, AI is a very collaborative exercise with the customer. EMAC is very collaborative exercise with the customer on business impact. So that's why all the three pieces of it, US piece, consulting piece, and this infrastructure piece, all three are coming together in a single initiative. When we did the business plan, they were all three were approved at that time.
Sure. Thank you. That's it from my side.
Thank you, Rahul.
Thank you, Rahul. Our next question comes from Sushovan Nayak from Anand Rathi. Sushovan, please go ahead.
Hi, is my voice audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Thank you very much for the opportunity and congratulations on a good set of numbers. Uh, just one thing, so I just wanted to understand how is the integration of C1 going on? And I believe initially it was when it was when it was novated the contracts, it was not very profitable, but you had to leverage on emac.ai platform to improve the profitability, and I think it was going on track. So if you could just give us a little more color on that, that would be helpful. Thank you.
It's going on well. Rajesh can update you.
Yeah. First of all, thank you for that question. I think to your question, the integration between C1 and the Intellect team is going as per plan. And during the last quarter, I think we mentioned it also, we've been able to sign up with 35 credit unions to move from the erstwhile Forge platform into the new platforms, to the new EMAC DP platform. So I think that's a significant movement that in one quarter we were able to move 35. We will be moving 35 customers. We've just signed the contract over the next couple of quarters. So it is going on plan, and we have a plan to significantly grow these numbers over the next couple of quarters.
And anything on the color of the margins? When do you think that it will be in line with the company's present margins? And I believe the addressable market is 170 credit unions. So any timeline that you're looking at to onboard all of this?
Yeah. So I think the way we are looking at the credit union space, you talked about the 170 credit unions. So there is an opportunity of 170 credit unions from a DEP platform. Then there are other cross-sell and upsell opportunities like selling them lending solutions, selling them commercial solutions, selling them core banking solutions. So the solution space is not only the DP space, but also an opportunity to upsell and cross-sell. Regarding margins, I think I'll defer that to Vasudha. Vasudha, you want to take that question?
See, we initially said it will be margin dilutive, but we have made some margins in Q1 and Q2. So we expect that to continue in the quarters to come. And it might increase also, like Rajesh said.
Is it fair to assume, ma'am, that this will be low single-digit margins as of now?
Yes, you can assume that, yeah. As of
Thank you,
now,
sir.
yes.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot for the opportunity.
Look at the overall यार टुकड़ा टुकड़ा देखे क्या करोगे यार
Sure, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, Sushavan. Let's take the next question in the queue. We have Deekshant Bulchandani from DB Wealth. Deekshant, you can ask your question.
Dikshant, you're on mute.
While we get Deekshant's line in the case, like we'll go for the next person. We'll have Nemisha from MK Investment Managers Limited. Nemish, you can start your question.
Yeah, hi, am I audible?
Yes, you are, Nemish. You can ask your question.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity and congratulations on a good set of numbers. I just wanted some insight on how our partnerships with system integrators is kind of panning out. So if you could just throw some insight on that. And specifically on the pipeline front, so we've seen a good, strong growth on a pipeline, which is now at about 12,000 odd crores. So if you could just share how much is that now coming from the partnerships that we have, say, versus a year back? Yeah.
Okay, so partnership strategy is working very well. So we are now in advanced conversation with most of the players, most of the SI player, IT services player, they need AI platform. So the big opportunity is that IT service player today are under pressure. They need an AI platform to work on. And that is what currently we are working on. They have done almost 10 to 12 IT service company have gone through the boot camp, working with the Purple Fabrics. The pipeline wise, I would say pipeline has substantially increased more than, I think the exact number we'll not like to share with you what the pipeline number is there, but it's a substantially improved in last 1 year because of Purple Fabric is significant contributor of the pipeline besides the EMAC contribution.
Sure, yeah, that's it from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Nemish. We have Mihir Manohar from Trust Mutual Fund for the next question. Mihir, over to you.
Yeah, hi, thanks for giving the opportunity and congratulations on a good set of numbers. Sir, I wanted to understand on the Purple Fabric side, I mean, specifically, how is the pipeline building up on a QOQ or on a YY basis? Is it more than double digit? How to understand that? And which geographies, which kind of customers are building up this pipeline? And on a broad cut basis, let's say for the full year, we are targeting 200 crores of revenue. But 1H, what would be the revenue that we would have received from Purple Fabric?
200 crores for Purple Fabric only, no? What is the question?
Sorry?
200 crores for Purple Fabric for this year.
Yeah, so for and 1H, how much would be the number for first half?
First half. We don't declare it right now. We don't define the numbers product wise. As a strategy, we never do product wise numbers.
Okay, understood. Sure. I just wanted to understand on this thing. I mean, is it like a top-up offering or is it a cannibalization of the existing offering which is there? How does the overall business work for Purple Fabric along with the customers?
I think you should attend a masterclass first year. Purple Fabric masterclass to understand what AI is. It's a completely different line of business. What does the cannibalization means to me? So sorry to be slightly harsh on this call, I think we are communicating masterclass on Purple Fabric. It's such a differentiated product against Palantir. It's the biggest opportunity investor can have. And if you don't understand that it's a cannibalizing something else, I think we have a very serious issue as an investor to understand what company your company has did a product which is compared to Palantir. So you should study Palantir and you should study masterclass of me, which is available on the YouTube, to understand what Purple Fabric is.
Understood. Sure. Yeah, I will do that. Yeah, that's it from my side.
Yeah, because it's just so different. Your company has done a job. You should be proud of some Indian company to do something for business impact AI, which is as good as Palantir, which is a $400 billion market cap company.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely, sir. Yeah, that's it from my side. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Our next question comes from Vivek Kumar of Best Pulse Advisory LLP. Vivek, over to you. You can ask a
Am I
question.
audible, sir?
You are.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. Sir, can you give outlook product-wise? I'm not asking the revenue breakdown, but normally we give outlook about our core banking and about our GTB and what are the trends playing out in each of the. I'm not asking for numbers, but for the next 2-3 years, those if you can, because which is what is driving growth. And where do you see? Because you remember telling these three were the, and now you have Purple Fabric. So you can, Purple Fabric, though, you have given more than enough for us. So I'm just asking about outlook.
I think what is outlook wise, you look at it, the core banking migration is the biggest space we shared with you. We won the deal in core banking migration using emag.ai. So that's a one space where the growth opportunities are there, which Rajesh has mentioned, the credit union of 170 credit union, we can go into core banking and lending as a cross-sell opportunities. So they are not only digital engagement opportunity, but core banking and lending can go on the same credit union on the market space after DEP. So there's a next 2-3 years, we have a clear visibility of core banking migration to get into that. Manish can give wholesale banking and payments and liquidity. There are 3 lines of business which wholesale banking is coming out. With foreign banks, they are expanding into the global landscape. Wholesale banking is becoming equally important, along with liquidity and the payment systems which is there. So we won the large payment deals in this quarter against global competition on the payment side. Our Pay9 architecture is very unique over there. So 3 platforms: liquidity, payments, and wholesale banking. Then 5th platform is wealth. Wealth with SBI and Kotak running on the wealth. It has become solid product which is there, which we are looking to take it to out of Asia to Europe. So that's the same strategy which we followed for other product. We took core in India first, then we take core into Asia, then we took core to the Europe. Now we are taking core to the Americas. So this route is same highway is there. Highway goes from India, comes from India, goes to Asia, then goes to Europe, and Europe to America is our highway of taking products. So these are 5 product lines which are core product lines. The supplementary product lines are trade supply chain finance is another important line. Credit card is another line which we are looking at to transform this business. And all these products are coming with the AI embedded inside it, create as a differentiation, because Purple Fabric is embedded in all the products and creating each product line as an AI embedded product line. So that's what our bullishness or our pipeline is increasing, because we are able to differentiate where the product comes with the AI built-in, emag built-in, turmeric built-in, which my competitors have not invested enough. So we have a sweet spot here.
Thank you, sir. And last question. So can we say we are moving outside our 20% growth rate for the next 2-3 years, given that we have seeded so many things and things? And because it looks like that, maybe I don't know if I'm reading too much from one quarter.
We are designed for 20%. We will design for 20%. We achieve higher or we achieve lower. So you don't beat us when we are growing 10%. So it always happen in this industry when we grow few quarter less, few quarter higher. This is we stay at 20% design growth.
So can we take EBITDA margin around 23, same percentage, around 23%, 22, 23 for this year, even with this 130 crore coming off?
There's no need of I'm depicting any numbers over there. Just if 20% growth is happening, it's a EBITDA margin should
Yeah.
grow better. But
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
First half,
Sorry.
26% revenue growth, 46% EBITDA growth. That should be the indicator for you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Vivek. Moving on, our next question is from Sajal Kapoor, representing Anti-Fragile Thinking. Sajal, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Arun sir, what important insight about modern banking, insurance or payments do we understand bigger and better compared to our older competitors? Because clearly we have beaten a lot of the incumbents in this game again and again.
If you look at our site or my lectures, if you look at it, emag.ai, we've gone from design thinking, where we understand the customer desirability better. Not customer desirability, customer desirability, which if Manish speak for a few minutes, is about each industry segment to understand that customer desirability. Then we move to first principle thinking. First principle thinking is why bank exists, because event exists in the company. So we do fundamental shift in way we design our product than my competitors does it. I don't want to compare with Tesla, but the way Tesla has challenged the starting first principle thinking they applied in Tesla, we applied in banking technology, saying event, microservices, API, cloud, headless, and AI. There are 6 first principles which any bank will require. And we invested all the money around making that perfect, composable and contextual. From last 5 years, you are hearing that same story. Initially, you're not understanding what is a composable and contextual. It was labeled when we put composable and contextual in 2020. It took 5 years for them to come to the reality, and that investment is there. So the differentiation is design thinking, first principle thinking are the way we design the product, and that's why we are able to take one by one competition, and we are not jumping all of it together. We are saying first take one space, then take next space, then you take next space, and then take a leadership there. Manish, you want to add to this?
No, I think you've called it out. This is the differentiation we are driving from that perspective. I think we should stay at there.
Thank you. And my second and last question is, how is our R&D, the processes, especially around AI and ML and EMAC labs, how are the processes explicitly designed to sort of encourage frequent small scale or, quote unquote, safe failures, sort of trial and error that generate, immense amount of economies of learning without jeopardizing the company's stability or spreading any systemic risk, because we have to make small mistakes, gain significant learning as a result, and then become even better and extrapolate our successes into other domains, hopefully.
First time you are asking a very good question in investor call about R&D, because I think our strength is R&D. 1,200 research engineers are working. How many companies have a 1,200 research engineer given a freedom of working together? And if you look at the average stint in the company, is so phenomenal that everybody just work like a team. Research engineers, we make a lot of mistakes. It's not that we don't make a mistake. I acknowledge in AI space from 2016, first 3 cycles we didn't succeed. 2016 to 2018 we didn't succeed. 18 to 20 we didn't succeed. It takes that amount of resilience for research team to work. The research is a completely new paradigm for Indian IT industry, that how the research is to be conducted. And I liking your question that you are emphasizing that component of research, which I was trying to highlight for quite some time, but investors are more focused on returns and immediate outcome, because this research requires 5 years to 7 years kind of a cycle time. to translate the research into the business outcome. So fortunately, we could stay with our course. We didn't cut down our AI investments when we failed in 22. We continue those investments, and today we can get the benefit of it ahead of the industry, where every IT service company require a platform, and they are saying, though, they are building a platform. I have a doubt that they can build a platform because research is not their cup of tea.
Absolutely. It's a different DNA, Arun Saab, that, doing as a service. So Indian IT traditional model has been project maintenance, just service model. I mean, it takes a lot of courage and conviction to invest behind generating your own IP rather than working for someone else's IP. And that's where I think we have been trying, and making small mistakes is absolutely fine. Look at our balance sheet. I mean, that numbers speak louder than, whatever narrative we could spin around it. It's a net cash balance sheet, gives us a lot of optionality to continue to innovate. Yes, we'll make mistakes in future as well, but think about 2-3 big successes that could take us into a completely different orbit, and eventually we'll get there. But thank you for all those responses.
Thank you.
So before we move to the next question, just a quick reminder, if you have a questions, please click on raise the hand button. We'll call out your name and unmute you to take your questions. Let's move to the next question in the queue. Pawan Kataria from Bullseye, you are up next. Please go ahead with your questions.
Yeah. Good evening. Congratulations on another strong quarter. I have a follow-up questions on margins. You had earlier guided for 27-28% margins, and I understand the 25 crore investment in Purple Fabric this quarter. That was a deliberate strategic spend. But should we assume that the investment phase continues in H2, or do we expect operating leverage to bring margins near 27-28%?
It's a time to invest more and more here. I'm just looking when I just came back from US. I spent 2 weeks time there. I made 2 trips to US, first in August and then in October. Opportunity is humongous. How much we need to invest is a question right now, so that we should not make significant error, but we need to invest more and more. So margin is not my concern right now. Margin will happen anywhere.
Okay, sir. And since finally, sir, Purple Fabric is now scaling commercially, so could you quantify how much interest or how much qualified leads it has generated, and what portion of the current 12,000 crore funnel is linked to it? Because I've attended your Purple Fabric masterclass, and it was pretty impressive. So just would like to know, out of the 12,000 crore funnel, how much is linked to Purple Fabric?
I think, but let me not quantify that right now. My current product portfolio itself is Purple Fabric embedded. So if I say every pipeline has a Purple Fabric embedding, I would say almost 70% of my pipeline has a Purple Fabric embedding into it.
Okay.
If I look at separately, partnership pipeline is also separate. So I think it's AI is everywhere, and we have today, just to share you, we have 3,500 people in Intellect using Purple Fabric. We have 9,000 agents, which we are using internally for our own efficiency gains. 9,000 agents in last 6 months they have created.
That's great, sir. Thank you. That's it from my side.
Thank you, Pawan. We'll now move on to the next question. Vipul Kumar Shah from Sumangal Investments, you can ask a question. Please go ahead.
So what will be the capex for
$20 million? $20 million is the capex, which is, I think he dropped out.
I think he's right.
It will be spread over what time frame?
$20 million per year we are spending the capex investment. So last few years is $20 million.
Okay. And for 1,200 research engineers, what is our annual the outgo?
In this quarter, R&D expense, which we are doing, R&D plus 20 million. So if you look at it, we are spending.
First half is less than 10 million.
Fund?
First half is less than 10 million MC.
But 10 million capitalized, not
10 million
but
capitalized.
total investment on research is
It's about 55 in the first quarter and 60 in the second quarter. So it's about 105 crores.
That's the R&D investment.
That's R&D investment.
Plus capex.
Plus capex.
So
Yes.
to add them all of
Okay.
it. So it's close to 200 crore in
Correct.
first half.
Correct.
Okay, thank you,
200
sir.
crore is R&D investment in first half.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. We have a follow-up question from Sushovan Nayak of Anand Radhi. Sushovan, please go ahead.
Thank you so much for the opportunity again. Sir, I have had obviously the privilege of attending most of your master classes on Purple Fabric. Just wanted to understand if you could at least provide a directional view about when I'm looking at Foundry for Palantir or a C3.ai, what would be, if you could quantify, what would be the addressable market? And obviously, internally, you would have had some plans how much of that market you may want to capture the way you had articulated about the 200 crores this year. If you could just give some sort of a directional view on that, would just love to understand your perspective here, sir. Thank you.
So Purple Fabric, we are looking for IT service player to look at it first. They should implement. We are looking for at least 100 partners to be there across the globe as the IT services partners. So every country we are looking for some 10 to 15 partners we want to select who will be using Purple Fabric for their internal use like Intellect is using, which we call it Purple Fabric Tech. Then they will be taken to their clients. So our partnership with some of the larger IT service company who has a 500 to 1,000 clients are there. That will be the second space. So to reach our access to Purple Fabric by direct sales force, we can reach to, let's say, 500 clients. But with the partners, I can reach to 2,000 clients. So our ecosystem will be in next 2-3 years, we'll be looking at it. 5,000 customers should be approaching Purple Fabric directly or through partners.
Any quantification in terms of revenue or the overall addressable market, sir, if you could provide some directional view on that, if that is possible.
Anyway, I mentioned in one of the master classes that opportunity is between 1,000 crore to 5,000 crore.
Yeah, sir. That bit, of course. That
Yeah.
answers the question. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sushovan. And let's take the next question in the queue.
Just a minute, Nachu.
Yeah.
I'm saying AI business is 1,000 to 5,000 crore number when you have given. The risk is also there. It's changing every day. The point is, it's a highly volatile market. The speed at which we are able to get it adopted, that will be the important point for all of us. So don't take it with pinch of salt of 5,000 crore number. But opportunity size of TAM is a 5,000 crore, which we believe it's possible. If things are going in the right direction, but anything can happen in AI space.
Thanks for the update, Arun. Our next question comes from Srinivasu K from TIA. Srinivasu, please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Congratulations for the great set of Q2 numbers. My first question is about the India's DPDP Act and data localization. You already have PF Cloud, Gift City.
Yeah.
That mandates local hosting. So I just wanted to see the opportunity for Intellect.
Gift City is only one means of doing it. So Gift City is not expanding I'm saying the biggest opportunity is North America and Europe. Okay, next, I think he's dropped off.
Okay. So you don't see much. Hello?
Then it's there, India is there, but I think Gift City is only means to reach out to other people, but not necessarily the Gift City is one component of it. I'm not saying it's there or not there. I'm not want to undermine it, but it's just a one component of it. If there are 10 components of Purple Fabric, Gift City is one of them.
Yeah, that's fine. But I'm just asking the opportunity. Being an Indian software company, do you see a big opportunity based on this DPDP Act?
I didn't get it. What DPT Act?
DPT Act.
The Data Privacy.
Data Privacy Act. Okay.
Yes, yes.
It should have, it is evolved. This is too early to say anything. We need to test it out. Data Privacy Act, how much the act is applicable, what situation bank will use DP. So we are just evaluating. It's too early to say anything on it.
Okay. My next question is about the deals that you won in Q2, be it payments, treasury, or trade. Is this EMAC wins sit above the incumbent course?
And these are the full payment transformation. Manish, you want to highlight that?
So your voice is not clear. The question.
The question is, out of that Q2 deal wins that you won,
Yeah.
how many wins this EMAC sit above the your competitor course, like be it Temenos, be it Oracle, be it Finacle?
Yeah, these have been all fought in the global landscape for against each of these players. Like Arun spoke about the large payments transformation deal. These are the common players we are winning against, and these are very significant deals from that perspective.
Okay. How many EMAC customers adopted Purple Fabric as an AI layer in these deals?
I think that next level of data right now we're not sharing.
Okay. So let me put it in a different way. When banks pick up a core plus componentized modules, what unique differentiation that your PF or EMAC, the default AI workflow layer rather than hyperscaler tool chain?
Srinivas, I'll help you answer your question differently. So our Purple Fabric is embedded into EMAC, like in the co-banking, in the lending side, in the payment side. It's an embedded capability, as well as it can sit outside on top of a Temenos or an Oracle or a Finastra or any one of them. So from our configuration specific to these product segments, it is embedded in our platform and it can sit on top of anything. So our opportunity, and then it's a licensing capability of what the customer has licensed for. That should help you understand where we are.
Okay. My last question is the global orchestration players like ServiceNow, Pega, they're all talking about agentic workflows. So how is your iTurmeric is placed to capture this trend?
We have not launched iTurmeric against VPN. That's the area which we can launch in 27 or 26 or 27. Still we are using turmeric only to solve our own customer problem, not as a product against Pega. But turmeric Purple Fabric is a very lethal combination. When we are ready to launch, we'll launch it over there. So from investor perspective, you need to look at it. My 1,000 crore is the cash in the books, but I have a 10,000 crore of IP asset, which I can leverage at any point of time to go to market in different construct. So that's the role of a IP company, which we have built over the period of time. The turmeric will build up. We are patiently looking at it. We have more than 300 customers are working on turmeric as of now, but we have not launched it. When we have capacity to launch, maybe in June 26 or January 27, that is the time when we'll take a Purple Fabric against Pega and against ServiceNow.
Thank you, sir. Best of luck for the H2.
Appreciate your questions, Srinivasu. Moving on, we have another re-raised questions from Deekshant Bulchandani from DB Wealth. Deekshant, you can ask your questions.
Hi, sir. Firstly, congratulations on the solid numbers. And moreover, congratulations to Intellect that we are now competing with someone like Palantir and even saying that as an Indian, it's so proud. So it's a little bit long-winded question. Please help me here. So I see that underwriting really appears to be a major challenge across finance overall, whichever geography that we are looking at. And from my understanding, the purple fabric layer that we have created now can really, revolutionize it with a better cost optimization. Again, that's my limited understanding, sir. I would love to hear from you. So you have mentioned platforms like Palantir, and they do some enterprise intelligence in depth. So I'm curious how Purple Fabric would compare to some US companies like Affirm, which really excels in real-time risk assessment and management for their credit lending. And how can we, like create a better credit layer of assessment of underwriting so that that layer can be an agentic workflow for all these people so that a lot of their OPEX gets saved up and which becomes our margin and our.
Banesh, you want to take it up?
Yeah, it's an interesting question. So let me try and explain this to you. See, the underwriting capability was one of the early investments we did in AI. The ability to orchestrate underwriting all the way from the submission from a customer, we've done it a lot in insurance, but we're also doing it in lending and other areas, where you could basically take a submission of documents and have the digital experts, which are the agentic capability, to be able to work on that underwriting, validate some of that information, firstly extract it, validate it, with data that is there within our knowledge gardens, and our knowledge gardens brings in data from market sources. And then the ability for us to take this decision through digital experts on underwriting and provide the human an ability to do it faster and more efficiently and accurately is really the end-to-end embedding of Purple Fabric into the underwriting process. Manish mentioned, and some of you all asked the question about the investment in Purple Fabric. The investment in Purple Fabric is actually the investment in AI. And no company today cannot invest in AI because it helps you internally in your own businesses, it improves the product, and it brings you the ability to bring the agentic solutions together to get better business impact outcome, which is why our platform is called the Open Business Impact Platform, because you have to use the agents to orchestrate end-to-end solutions for our customer using AI. It is not a layer. It connects and works along with eMACH. It's not like a layer of eMACH or something. It's partly these agents are embedded into eMACH solutions we have, and at the same time, they connect to many other solutions client have for the digital expert to work efficiently. And that's really the orchestration.
Okay, so just two follow-ups here. One, at some point of time, the workflows will get standardized for a lot of insurance players or finance players, BNPL players. And at that point of time, then cost really becomes the only constraint, right? For them, like if we are able to do it at a better optimized cost, then the other party, they would want to stick with us. And also the whole problem of like going from one player to other. So what kind of stickiness do we expect our sort of total solution to have? Because once someone has integrated with us, I'm thinking that stickiness should be high, right?
No, is your question to do with stickiness? Is your question to do with cost?
Aren't those two related?
No. So, a customer can stay with you and actually continues to, because this is not a one-time activity. Underwriting and improving the digital agents is a regular maintenance because you have new data, you have new systems. So the ability for the agent to continuously improve underwriting for you is part of the process. Like in any system we use, the end-to-end underwriting has to get more efficient. And then finally, you have to take the credit risk decision. You can get inputs to do it faster and quicker, but the final decision for each bank or institution is how much they want to lend and what is the risk reward they want to do. The AI only helps you with much superior knowledge to be able to take those decisions more efficiently. And the agent actually helps you do that.
So,
And I would like
how
to add another. I'd like to add another, Manish. The point. Let them explain.
Yeah.
I think people are not understanding AI. A lot of us are understanding in AI world. Say AI is agentic. Right? AI is not agentic. AI has changed the world. It's a new way of working in this world, where every manager has to work AI augmentation in your job as an analyst or as an investor. How many places you are using AI for a serious issue rather than a chat GPT as a conversational agent? It's a new way of working in this era, and people are not realizing it. When we have 9,000 agents in Intellect, it's not that they are creating operational excellence, or they are doing a part and parcel of their day-to-day work. They're thinking like that. So in next 3 years, the AI will change the entire way, the way a lot of businesses which you are evaluating today will change dramatically differently in next 3 years.
So,
We are undermining the power of AI as an agentic power.
I understand where you're coming from, and I really appreciate where you're coming from. Moreover, but let's say that someone like Anthropic or Claude, if they are creating similar financial workflows, how can we then be more competent there? Like, let's say 3 years down the
Attend the
line,
master.
5 years down the line.
Please attend the master class.
Sure, I will, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Next.
Next question. Let's from Parag Barambe. Parag, you may proceed.
Yeah, hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, Parag,
Yeah.
we can hear you.
Yeah,
Yes.
hi. Sir, I have been invested with Intellect as well as Polarize, and I have been closely tracking for almost 20-25 years. I think the energy you show and the is amazing. So that's thank you. Next, my question is last year we signed a lot of SI contracts in Q2, Q3, for example, HCL Tech and other big companies. I know it takes few quarters for them to materialize. Can you give us an update about how it's going and how do you see that SI thing evolving in, say, maybe next 2-3 years? Thank you.
SI will be the way to grow. Matlab, Purple Fabric, SIs will take us to their customers. They don't have an option. To me, many of the SIs doesn't have a platform to which they can deliver AI to their customers. Intellect brings a complete platform with enterprise governance, LLM optimization. Either they have to choose Palantir, or they have to choose Intellect, or they have to choose C3 AI. So we are one of the three options available to SI to take to market. So the investment we have made in a partnership over the last 2 years is playing well for the coming years. How much it worked out, the determination of the packet between 1,000 crore to 5,000 crore, that is a kind of a bandwidth which partner will define us.
And are you signing some contract coming through that route nowadays
Yeah,
or still too
that's
early?
right. That's right. Then they are coming closer.
Okay. And the next question is like our cash and cash balance is almost touching 1,000 crore. It's quite different from the COVID days when we were barely making profit, and most of the questions were conference call where when are you going to make profit? So from that stage to where 1,000 crore it's commendable achievement. Now I think you probably have got a critical mass. How do you look to utilize this cash and cash balance which is there and which is likely to grow even further now?
As of now, I think we need a lot of investments in AI, the market capture investment. So I think this much cash is anyway required for us to look at it. It's a 1 quarter cash. So the numbers are touching close to 800 crore, 789 crore is a quarterly number. So a company will require at least 6 months of the revenue as a cash in the company books to have a proper risk management practices. So I think we are still short of the simple principle is 6 months revenue should be cash in the company books as a risk management practice. Today we are close to 4.5 month cash in the books.
Okay. And I think last quarter or maybe quarter before that, you hinted a transaction, or you hinted investment, like some portion of your profit you would be investing in CVC kind of activity. Is it what is your thought process on it? Would you like to increase that number given our financial position now, taking in more
No,
bets, or?
we are not getting distracted. We have a clear focus on eMACH.ai strategy to go forward in the market.
Okay. Good luck. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. And good luck
Thank
for
you.
next quarter.
Just last question here, 6 o'clock.
So the last question comes from Pravesh Kochar of Four Line Capital. Pravesh, you can go ahead.
Hi, congratulations, sir, and thank you for taking my question. Hypothetically, if you were to operate at 10% margin, right, instead of 25, and invested in either R&D or doing free implementation for your pipeline customers, by how much could you accelerate your revenue or conversion of that pipeline? Thank you.
Using 2 years, but but there are more investors who want more than 10%. So we need to play with the whole marketplace. So that as a CEO, it's a ball to play on. I think we need to increase our sales team substantially. Our salary cost has gone up now. In say SG&A cost is going up. In next 2 quarters, we'll be investing more in sales costs, so that the investment will be making. I cannot predict what will happen to the immediate outcome, because AI still is a early stage of people to understand. It's like internet era of 97. A lot of hype is there, but there are many players are there which are saying Anthropic can do this can do this. All of it is there in the. If you can take a right space of Palantir and Purple Fabric, I think that can be of different fortune, which can happen. But it will not going to happen by more investment. It will happen with the right adoption of the platform by the certain key customer, and many variables are there still keeping us awake at night on Purple Fabric. What opportunities it can throw us at us, whether we are able to capture all the balls which are in the air.
Understood. Thank you.
Thank you, Pravesh, and that concludes our Q&A session for today. Thank you everyone for joining today's call and for your insightful questions. If you have any additional queries, please feel free to reach out to us and we'll be happy to respond. We appreciate your continued interest in Intellect and look forward to connecting again next quarter. Thank you and have a great evening.
Thank you.